Hello, my name's Sue Hudd. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, and medium. I've got here a little bit of the giggles today inside of me, where I'm thinking to myself, I just can't believe that February is going to be this strange. It is a month with a lot of tension around it because it's all to do with our emotions. So if we fall out with anybody, we're going to fall out with them big time. We're not going to want to forgive them, and we'll probably walk away from relationships and uh, throw in the towel with our job. We will do things here that are much more impulsive. So this makes this a scary time. It means that we can't actually prepare for some of the challenges and that are going to be sort of facing us. Now, this is going to be a monetary sort of shift time here. So I do expect throughout Europe that there's going to be some challenges when it comes in around finances. So watch for paperwork being released to the press. That does show books that don't match up, that they're not right. And this is going to happen in more than one country. We're actually looking for new leaders. We're looking for people that make us feel good spiritually. And as this is a month that's going to help us to find the spiritual side, the thing that makes us feel really good. If ever we're going to save somebody or be good in a crisis, it will be this month. But it's also one that creates in some beautiful passion. And passion just isn't the chemistry that you get with somebody. It's about not feeling bullied in life, not being told what to do or what to say. So this is where there can be some shifts in around the work that you do, because you might end up standing up for yourself when you're working for a company. It's also going to be where a lot of mechanical things here start sort of taking over our work. So there could be more robots. There would be more things here to do with our joints and our limbs. So if we lose an arm or a leg, and that it's going to become much more common to have some kind of electrical parts on our body. So does that mean that this is where they're going to begin to instigate having chippings? Sounds like I'm doing my garden, but chips inside of us so that they know what countries we've been to, where we've been, what we've done, what viruses, because this is going to be a year where there's going to be plenty of viruses. And it just seems like one thing after another that's just going to be spreading. So we can't blame everything on China at this moment in time, because other countries are going to be doing exactly the same, including the UK and the United States. Now, with the United States here, we have got a lot of things going on, and this is nothing to do with Donald Trump. This is to do with poultry. There will be viruses that will end up stopping everything being delivered from one country to another, which is going to kick off a little bit like the UK had bird flu, that type of stuff back. We're looking at past ailments and past things. So we've already gone through experiences, and that's why I feel that it would be associated with animals and the animal industry. So those that work with chickens, ducks, whatever. They would be the ones that will sort of take the brunt of everything. There's also a lot of stuff here going on about technology. So it's about spying in the camp. And this is not to do with other countries. This is to do with your own individual countries. So this could mean some of the dramas, some of the storms, a lot of technology is going to break down. And we're going to have that little bit of a time where we go into panic and saying, oh my goodness me, what on earth has happened? I've got no electricity. I've got no internet. I've got no this. I've got no. So through storms, and difficulties here with nature, so it's what nature does, then that's what's going to create the how do I cope? What can I do? And this is going to bring in the side of you which says, okay, my neighbour's got this, or my neighbour can do this, or I can do that for them. So we're going to begin the cycle of needing other people, needing that face to face, needing to be able to have the guts and the courage to go around, knock on our neighbour's door, start speaking to them, and working together as a team. And then we use that word community. So just because you may not be able to fight a battle, it doesn't mean to say that somebody else can't fight that battle for you. But it's also where we will end up having old spiritual leaders that fall from their crown, their leadership, and end up having new people that have a different wisdom that we can believe in a little bit more. So we're going to have to listen to the youngsters, the fresh approach, because us oldies a bit more don't seem to be able to think far enough now into our future just through this month. Don't worry, we haven't lost the plot completely. It is just through this month. So the UK in particular will do much better financially during this month. So this is a month of that industries will find that they do great deals, great money. There's going to be great increases in property during this month. Things here that are about the possessions that are important to us, that give us that home, that stability. So anything here to do with building homes, all those type of industry, they're the ones that are going to do particularly well during this time. Now, this is a passionate month, so this will also bring in a lot of mental strains. So there's going to be lots of head things that go on. So watch for governments all across the board that are looking at how to bring in counselling, how to do things here. So there's going to be a stepping stone now before you get to the hospital, that they're going to bring you in, talk to you, go through it before you then get to that stepping stone. It is to do with counselling. So anything here to do with counselling will do well. So you've got the computers that are playing up, you've got bad winds and storms, you've got tremors that are going to be changing landscape, you've got religious leaders that are going to topple, that you're going to see the cracks, and those that have followed them will not have the same beliefs, will feel disappointed, whereas normally everybody would rally up behind them, and now they're not. So it's about washing your hands and making sure that you know the truth, because this month will truly give you the truth. If somebody has been lying to you and telling you a story about your life, whether you were adopted or not, it's going to come out, and it will come out this month, and you may be shocked, but it's how you live your life, knowing that information. And this is about falling out, breaking off, and never going back. So if you fall out and have an argument, you will never get that same relationship ever for the rest of your life again. There's no going back, and that's what you're saying. So Venice is going to have a lot of ground shift here. Water will claim some of the land, so it will change its shape. The waters are not going to recede, so they're going to have to build higher platforms. It will lose levels of houses, and it will never receive. It will never go back the same way. So as when we're on this spiritual pathway, we do things in our life to make us wake up to who we are and how we're living our lives. Then we always get some kind of drama that sort of resonates with everybody that we feel sorry for, like all the Australian fires and that, where everybody wants to do something, no matter how little it is, and it with that type of thing, but it comes on a much more personal level. So everybody will go through some kind of experience that will feel that it's personal. But it's good now if you want to start a business, because there'll be a million ideas going through your head of how you can conquer the world. And that's a really exciting thing. So no matter what country you come from, it doesn't make any difference. So we'll be following a new spiritual leader that comes from South Africa or in and around that region. We will be taking on foods and doing things here that will bring in different diets. We will spiritually now want to realign ourselves. We will want to do things that we feel make us satisfied. So how interesting and passionate is this month? So below the divorces or the walking away, which a lot of people will, and you will find it will be mainly those that have been in long relationships where we went through that fad and phase where people be married for a year, celebrities, and then walk out the door. It will be more the other way around. It will be the shockers of saying, that they've been married for 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 years and decide to now to go off. And the disputes and that will all be about the legal battles. So I would expect the laws to change in around divorces and splitting. So it's not just now that you can marry anybody and have a proper contract. It will be about how to reshape divorces and do things so that they don't have to go on so long. So it's not quite whipping into the supermarket and filling in a bit of paper, but it's going to cut it down. So everybody's going to be looking at things and looking at things differently. We will also be looking at doing wills and what we want to pass on and do things. And it will almost be recommended for young to do it as well as old. So we're all looking at things now of how we can protect and look after our future. So see what I mean? But this is a crazy month where it starts off and it seems like it's been simple and then it ends up becoming crazy. Thank goodness we've got the 29th on the end, which brings in the wonderful, loving moments that people have. But don't be too crazy over them. You don't have to be bungee jumping to propose to anybody. Do things here with a very much more gentle and romantic time, because this month is going to give us memories for the rest of our lives. So look forward to it. A lot of stuff here to do with the motoring industry coming up in the March time. So be warned. Got a lot more to come this year. Have a lovely time. My name is Sue Hudd. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant and medium. And if you've enjoyed any part of this, then please share and like me. Look forward to seeing you at the end of the month. Bye.